Get ready for the dictation. Start. The measures recently announced by the Finance Minister to promote self reliance in defense production address long standing strategic and national security concerns about the extent of India's external dependence for its defense preparedness. For most of the past decade, India had the dubious distinction of being the world's largest arms importer, accounting for about 12% of global arms imports. Saudi Arabia jumped to first place in 2018 and 2019, but India still takes over 9% of global imports. This external dependence for weapon spares and in some cases even ammunition creates vulnerabilities during military crises. COVID 19 has once again focused minds on the impact of supply chain disruptions on both civil and defense sectors. It is a no brainer that with its security environment, its great power ambitions, and its technological capacities, India should have a robust defense manufacturing capacity. The facts that new defense procurement procedures DPP 2020 are under formulation and that we now have a Chief of Defense Staff CDS tasked with promoting indigenous equipment in the armed forces provide a conducive backdrop to this initiative. The decision to notify a list of weapons systems of sourcing entirely from Indian manufacturers, the promise to progressively expand this list, and a separate budget provision for domestic capital procurement will encourage our private defense manufacturers whose research capacities, technological skills, and quality commitment are often better appreciated by foreign clients for whom they are subcontractors. There is a range of platforms and subsystems developed in India and qualified in trials, some of which face hurdles to their induction by our armed forces because of foreign competition. These include missile systems such as Akash and Nag, the light combat aircraft and the light combat helicopter, artillery guns, radars, electronic warfare systems, and armored vehicles. The government has promised a time bound defense procurement process, overhauling trial and testing procedures, and establishing a professional project management unit. The significance of these measures is underscored by the fact that over the past 5 years, the Indian government has approved over 200 defense acquisition proposals valued at over rupees 4 trillion, but most are still in relatively early stages of processing. Of course, this delay now provides the opportunity to re examine them and to prioritize those with indigenous research and development. The CDS could also examine them from a tri series service angle to avoid redundancy of capacities across the services. The decision to corporatize the Ordnance Factory Board is another long overdue reform. Over the decades, our ordnance factories have been the backbone of indigenous supplies to our armed forces, from weapons systems to spares, ammunition, and auxiliaries, including uniforms and boots. Their structure, work culture, and product range now need to be responsive to technology and quality demands of modern armed forces. Corporatization, including public listing of some units, ensures a more efficient interface of the manufacturer with the designer and end user. The factories would be better integrated into the larger defense manufacturing ecosystem. Stop.